we as archaeologists study the debitage. That really is the important thing. It's not the end product that we're going after. We're actually studying the end product. The debitage really tells us exactly what they're doing when they're doing. This is a secondary decortification scar, you know. That's that one. This is the one. This is a bifacial flake. Okay, it's got a curvature in it. Okay, it comes in the middle, it hits right here on the side, in the middle, All right, does it make sense? Yeah. And we start counting these up, and can you imagine being an archaeologist and digging up all this stuff and go, what's this?
Gold mine.
You know, and you gotta count everything up. You gotta study every piece that's in the site, and then you go back, and then it's my job to go and figure out what they're doing. So because you find piles of garbage and you go, what's going on here? Then you got to take this in little piles of stuff, and then you got to, and you put them out of the sack, and then you got numbers on them all over the place, and then you got to put them back in the places. But you start to see with Native Americans, we've been studying stone tool technology. We have what we call a systems analysis process where you go and we look at the raw material that they gathered, and then we look for the quarries where they're making them. So we look at the life history of the life history of the stone that people are using. So we go through all the stone tools that they use to make them, and we go through the process of how they're making them, and what we do is we try to replicate exactly what they're doing. And when we study all these pieces down here, we see exactly what we're doing. And you can see it at Glass Buttes. You can see it, a set of big butt prints. And you see like a little set of butt prints next to them, and you see nice little flakes over here. You see great big broken rocks over here. So it's kids that come by with their uncles or their fathers or something like that, and they'll go and practice. And like at Glass Buttes, when you got rocks like this, you can't carry them out on a horse, even. And what they did is they hacked out these big bifaces, and you wrap them up in leather. So when they get to the Dalles, that's where they trade it. And then these bifaces go all the way up the Columbia River, and all the way up to Lillooet Thompson area in British Columbia, and up the coastal area. They really like. Here's the mahogany obsidian. They really like that red obsidian around here. But they also like jaspers, the red jaspers that they find around here. And later on, we'll show you how the vein quartz pebbles were made into stone tools.
Yeah, I wanted to see that. What?
Okay. So this would have been a bunch of drunken Indians. When the Indians tore down the telegraph lines, they were destroying communications. They were going after the insulators.
Red.
Yeah. See how little I did that? Yeah? Okay. Now to get to a point, move here and set this up a little bit. Yeah, one of the things that we mentioned here was that Joe said that you have a tool and you at the edges, right?
Yep.
Yep. This is called scoring. You come up here and score your face and just start. You know, you can basically sharpen up your dull your flakes up into shape by doing it this way. So.
And what do you call it again here?
Scoring.
Scoring?
Yeah.
Great, your points are always so nice and sharp. Is that because you go to the height of your platforms?
No, I
get rid of the platform?
I remove the whole
Move the
platform.
whole, yeah.
So I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you just
And
get
I
rid of
learned
it.
how to do that because of the debitage and the end product. Is you start to see, and then you see these discard bifaces and stuff like that when they broke them, and that's one of the ways we do it. You know, the way Crabtree does it, he does a great sharp edge as well. So it all depends on what it is that you're going for. Okay. So at this point, you want to notch because again, you know, it's going to break. If you break it, you still don't have time at it. So okay. So now notching is one of those things that's important. You only find these in certain time periods when they're notching. In Israel, they're notching it about 17,000 years ago. Yeah. They're making these great tools that were arrowheads that were like this. But they weren't notched per se, but they were stemmed out.
Kind of like a stem or a tang on it.
Yeah. Okay. So now one of the things you got to do, you use your thumb, use your back pad. Over here, like there. Over here, and a little bit. Okay.
You get your diamond.
Okay, now one of the ways you do it, you know, people come over here and teach you how to do it this way, right? One of the ways I do it is come over here and put my legs together, put my tool right here, and push.
There's that snap.
Are you pushing and rolling it?
No, I'm just pushing.
Just pushing it?
One of the ways that you can do is this, is to come over here and rather than sit at the edge, you know, at the edge, and then you push the flakes up. Okay? I find one of the best ways to do it is just coming over here, and you see you've got two ridges in here, and you remove them, and you go and knock the flake off there, right here, flake here. One of the things is you got to have a sharpened point like this. Now, you got to have resharpen your point all the time. But when you get started, you need a sharper point. When you get better at it, you can just dull it. You know? You see these flakes coming out here? They're all rounded, just like the first flake that you knock off. on up.